when I was younger, when I started, how I grew up is with the lesson: when you do something, you need to do it right. You will go 100% for it, and yeah, I try to do that also in life. I'm Thomas Martens, I'm 17 years old, I'm from Belgium, and I'm a rally driver. I got involved in motorsport when I was 4 years old. I was always into race cars, and I wanted to drive race cars, and so my father brought me to the karting in Genk, where we fitted my first kart to see if I was big enough, tall enough to fit in the kart. My first memory was in the garage, fitting the car with like the boss of the karting there, my father behind me, fitting the pedals.
He was quite small boy. He was 4 years, almost 5 years, and the overall he had was a little bit too big. The kart was a little bit too big, but they make some adjustments so that he could drive the kart. So it's still a moment like it was yesterday. So yeah.
I know from when I was small, 4 or 5 years old, in the class there was like a friends book there they were giving around, and there were a lot of questions in there, so like what was your favorite food, favorite color, but always the last question was what do you want to become later when you're older. And I was always asking my parents to write down become a Rally World Champion. It's quite important to surround yourself with the best people you can, because you cannot do this journey alone.
I think we have a very strong team behind Thomas, so that's good. So that makes my job quite easy. When he was 11, that he wants to go for the rallying for sure. Yeah, we had to start organizing something, and yeah, you couldn't drive in Belgium, so it was not easy to organize. So we had to organize something in Finland, because Finland, yeah, it's the world of rally there.
We found Jarkko in Finland. We were searching for a really good driving coach to learn how to drive, and Jarkko is a driving coach who has already trained a lot of WRC drivers like Takamoto Katsuta, Timo Sunen, and a few more. So he had a lot of experience with training these drivers. So yeah, when I was 11, we asked him, like, do you want to do this even with an 11-year-old? Because you need a pretty crazy guy to want to drive rally with an 11-year-old. So he really wanted to do it. He was a bit scared at first, like, how do I need to do this? Because it was for him also a new experience, and but how he handled it was really good. Until now, we have a really good relationship, and it's always enjoyable driving with him.
We started when he was just a small boy, hardly reaching the pedals, and now Thomas is a grown-up man. He's a quick learner, so I don't have to explain many times what we are looking for here.
Check the accurate distance, the length of the corner, and the angle.
Speed has grown every year. I would say the car handling technique, the basics we have already done those, so he's a good driver. Of course, there is a long way to go to the top of the world, but we go step by step. We have practiced quite a lot of pace notes, how to describe the road on the paper. So that's ever-developing process, and thinking and sharing how is it going.
What I admire the most of Jarkko is that he can push me always a bit further, a bit more to the limit.
Try to keep the power, don't lift off, just go.
And thus, when we're driving together, I will always be a bit better when coming out of the car. He will tell you what needs to improve, what was really good, what was bad, and by improving always these things and just listening careful, there is always improvement when stepping out of the car.
And of course, in rally, it's not only about Thomas. There is now Eddie Smets, who is a co-driver. I would say 50% of the rally car speed comes from the pace notes and from the cooperation with the co-pilot. Before the rally, I speak and we share emails. And during the rally also, I ask Eddie, how is the driver doing? Is there something I should know? We can together go a little bit through the pace notes if we have time after the recce before the rally.
The co-driver is like a human GPS, like a navigator, who gives the driver the necessary information to go as fast as possible on a stage. Do this by pace notes. It's like kind of code language, and it has to be very precise because you need it to go very fast on the special stages.
Hier komt de rechts 15, 120.
I met Thomas, started with a short video I saw on social media, and I immediately saw this was a very serious man trying to achieve a career in rally sport. So I texted his father, and at that time they already had a co-driver, so I wished him the best of luck. But in 2021 they contacted me again to see if I could be of any assistance to his career. And then we had a meeting, and in July 22, after a test, we started working together. It was my first rally with Thomas, and at this time I am the co-driver who sat most of the time next to him.
15, 60 top en links 5,
I think we grew as a team, improving our pace note system. That became way better than when we started, and when it concerns Thomas, his driving, I must say there's a constant progress in his speed. We set our goals for every rally and we try to achieve them. When we do the debrief of the rally, we have to give ourselves points out of 10, and usually our quotation is the same or not very huge difference. So this will mean there's a certain synergy, and we also knew at the end of the stage we know whether it went okay, not okay, it could be better or it was worse. So we're on the same level concerning that. The best quality of Thomas is for sure his coolness. He's mentally very strong, especially at this young of age. This will help him a lot in his future career, I think. Besides that, he's quite determined in achieving his goals. This might look like a bit arrogant, but I think he just knows what he wants and he's serious about it.
Jannes plays a really important part in the journey. When the first time we came to Latvia, it was him who helped us out how to arrange it to drive a rally there. We didn't know how to do it with the license, where to get a car, and he helped us with it.
In the beginning, it was just a kid, small kid who came from the karting, which means that he has some kind of understanding how to drive and what to do. And first impression was small kid from karting who didn't speak well English. That was all. Nothing else. We had experience with the youngsters, and of course the greatest star of our kindergarten was the Kalle Rovanperä, who is now the 2-time world champion.
Kalle Rovanperä is the new world rally champion.
He started here in Latvia. He started at the age of 14, if I'm correct, and he moved step by step up, and where he is now, everyone can follow him. he showed me that he understands what he's doing. And you know how it is with the kids and how it is with the youngsters. They are always want to do some risky things and so on. So on. Thomas was totally different. He was straight. He knew that, okay, I'm doing maybe not on the fastest way in the beginning, but I'm just keeping up my confidence and preparing myself to go up and to speed up. And that's actually very important on that age, that the kids are not doing crazy things, that he is just moving step by step. They are just getting experience, building experience, and proving his skills. In rally, it's the only sport where you must rely on your decisions from the information which comes to you from your co-driver, which means there is one more person, which is very important, in the car, who gives you provisions what will be, and you must do your decisions afterwards. That means that in the rally car, these things which are happening between the rally driver and rally co-driver, I would say this is an even stronger family than the man and woman, definitely. Can Thomas win the World Championship 9 times in a row like Sebastian Ogier? I don't know. I don't have such a prediction. I hope that he can win. He can win because he loves the sport and he's doing well, but everything depends from him. How good he will be, how he will be prepared, but definitely the skills, the family, what he's building up for rallying, I think that there is a lot of possibilities that he can be on the top level, definitely.
My free time, I will be sitting behind my computer, gaming. I like it a lot. I'm sitting a lot of time with my friends there. It's some social contact there. I'm not going to school anymore, I'm homeschooled. Whenever there is the rally, I will watch it. I will look to the results, what they have done throughout the day, and otherwise I have my physical trainings. I have my meetings now, just search investors with my father. Besides that, I'm also working because last year I had a deal with my father that I need to pay my co-driver. So I needed to go work, so we asked the karting if I could work there. I have worked quite a lot throughout the year, and then in the end of the year also my uncle asked if I could help him, so there I was also helping a bit to get the money to pay the co-driver. I really enjoy to be on the karting. It's basically my second home, and also the people there, I know them, and it's nice to work there. It's being home, basically. The rally takes quite a physical demand. It's like 3 days. You're driving all day from early in the morning to late in the night, and to be focused all the time, it's quite hard. It takes a lot of energy. So the physical part of the body needs to be strong, and I am surrounded by good people who take care of the trainings I need to do, and also now for the food, to lose the weight, to be on the right weight. And these things are also important to become the world champion. My physical routine is basically once a week I will go to my personal trainer, Niels. Once a week I will go there, and it's just 1 hour of almost dying. It's hard work, but I enjoy it. And then I have 2 times a week I will go biking. Sometimes my dad will join. He has an electric bike, so he can follow. And then 2 times a week I will go to the fitness to just do some strength workouts. And then once a week I will also do the indoor rowing, and then 1 rest day.
In the case of Thomas, when he's in his car, he doesn't have the time to be in a bad shape. He needs to be fully focused to get as fast to his destination. I heard from Koen that sometimes in the beginning of the races he isn't as sharp as he needs to be. So when I heard that, I started to train with Thomas on that part to keep him more focused, like the exercises with the ball and stuff. I also say to him, Thomas, when you're in the beginning of a race, try to keep 100% that focus. If he doesn't do it over here, he ain't gonna do it in the beginning of a race. With Thomas, we work a lot on endurance. He needs to be in a top shape. Besides that, there are also some particular muscles that needs to be well trained, like the neck muscles are very important for a rally driver, because with those speeds, the neck muscles, they suffer. He's a little bit like his dad, or much like his dad. If they want something, they go for it, and they need to reach the goal. Here in the gym, if I challenge him to do an exercise and if I say he can't do it, he does it.
So it just finished yesterday, so I hope we will survive this weekend.
The mental part in sports is really, really important. I would say maybe one of the most important things. And since last year, Bogdan has been helping me to improve this, to make the mind stronger. And yeah, till now it really helps. You can see the difference, like also what I was saying, that I have trouble to get in the zone. It's helping a lot.
Last year when I was in Latvia with him and I showed his opponent, I showed his demeanor, his focus. He didn't care about anybody else. He was there to win. He didn't care about Thomas Martens or whoever on that list. He cared about one thing and one thing only: winning. And I asked Thomas, look at me, face me, and imagine that we're in a ring together right now. We're about to fight. Of course, Thomas is way taller than me, and he was kind of looking down at me. At first, he didn't take it seriously. I went there, and I wasn't about to let him off the hook. Right? And I looked at him, and I went into that mode, hunter mentality. And I saw him shift. There was a moment where Thomas went from this agreeable, kind person, this hunter. And that told me that he's able to shift his mindset to become that. It's a mental game more than anything else. And success and failures are just ways in which you learn about yourself and about what you need to do to improve even further. I really believe in this idea of sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. And what I do with Thomas, especially when he had, that last accident, which was quite impressive, I do a couple of things. First, I ground him. Breathe, recognize, the sensation in his body, become aware of his environment, knowing that he is safe. Second is I want him to begin to see it, what we call dissociation, to see the event from a spectator's position. Slow everything down so that we begin to give Thomas feedback. What could he have done at this moment? How could he have anticipated this move? And we do that enough. And then in the mental theater, we go back before the accident. And we associate, we get back into behind the steering wheel. And with all the learnings, with all the understanding that he already has given himself on a previous stage, he feels how it would feel already having applied those learnings. In my view, there are 3 characteristics for building a champion: obsession, resilience, and passion. I think he's passionate. He has to get his resilience and obsession in place. But I think he already has that passion.
1 minute time servicing.
We had a discussion with his coach, and the main goal for 2024 was driving. Because in rally, it's not like a track. You do it one time, you can look into the computer and see how the track is and where you can get better. In rally is quite different, so you need the trust, and the only thing to get more trust is to drive. So for 2024, it's about driving as much as possible in the most difficult conditions. And that's why we choose Finland. We are driving the Finnish Championship this year, complete Finnish Championship, because it's the most difficult rally competition in the world.
This year we will drive a lot. We will start also driving in Belgium on the asphalt to get a lot of kilometers there also, because till now I've only been driving on the snow and gravel. This year we'll be just driving the car I'm driving now, the Renault, driving it on the limit, and we can step up next year to the Rally 3 car.
The world of rally, there are 2 main surfaces, and it's asphalt, and on the other hand it's the gravel, and in the winter there's 1 snow rally. So we want to be good at all surfaces, and so this year is a year of driving, so we can step up next year to the World Championship, start driving in the Junior Championship with the Rally 3 cars, and then the main goal is to be aiming for the world title in 2 years, so at the end of 2026. So these are the goals for the coming 3 years.
Ypres is it's the biggest rally in Belgium, and I'm already looking forward to it for a long time. And it's a rally that I went to when I was a child, and looking to the rally cars. Now it's really nice that I can drive the rally myself, and of course I want to do my best there.
We made the project bigger than just a goal. First of all, we think there is the road to rally. On that road to rally, or the road to becoming a world champion, there is a lot to learn. and that we also want to show. And I think it's important for me, but for sure for Thomas, is that you just have to dream and dare to do. I think that's very important for us. Becoming a world champion, I don't want that to be an end goal for Thomas. It's not about that, but yeah, you have to set a goal. So it's becoming the world champion. So because in sport you want to be the best. To be honest, every great athlete had a dream to become the best, but it's not the end game. Yeah, rallying is a very beautiful sport. The places where you come, the countries, the surroundings, driving with a car. A lot of people who drove with Thomas and didn't know rally, they said this is one of the best things I ever did. And that we want to share with the world. And they're not doing that at the moment so much, and we said, okay, that we want to do different because it's too beautiful not to do that. So, and that's why we have the ginger one. You can do very nice and fun stuff with the ginger one. For more than 3 years we are going to Finland. Most of the time till now with our Belgian or Flemish entrepreneurs, because a lot of people asked, I want to do the same, I want to drive with a rally car, is that possible? Yes, of course, is that possible. And not only that, we can do it on one of the most beautiful places in the world, and that's Finland, in the winter, in the snow. You can not only drive yourself, but you can also drive with Thomas as a co-driver. It's a crazy experience. We started organizing that because people were asking for that. And now we are doing it already 3 years in a row. And it's always growing and growing. So next year in January and February, we will do a new edition with even more people. You have a lot of winter experience in Finland or even in Sweden and Norway, but mainly in Finland and mainly in Lapland and mainly on the lakes. But okay, it's nice to drive on a lake, but I can assure you, if you drive on the track in Topavaara, it's something else. And for me, it looks nice to drive on a lake. I think it's boring in comparison with Topavaara. So I think everybody who likes to drive on snow and ice, he has to come to Topavaara.
It's almost an adventure from when I was young, having a dream, and it's something you can't accomplish alone. You need a lot of help. We surround us with the best people we can find, and eventually it becomes a project, and it's almost a story to accomplish this dream.
What would you say to everyone that's supporting you, being part of this project?
I think gratitude. I can't do this on my own. So the help with all of these people, it's really nice because otherwise this wouldn't be possible.
What is your ultimate goal?
So my ultimate goal is to become a World Rally Champion.
Ik 70, 30, 27, vlot op 80.